Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and the official White House photo for President Joe Biden has been released. And I want to go over the photo, how it was shot, what gear was used, as well as take a look back at the other past presidential portraits that were the official presidential portraits. Now, before we go any further, this is about photography. We are not talking politics here. We're looking at the photograph and breaking it down and giving you the information about it. Now, it was taken by the photographer Adam Schultz, who is the chief official White House photographer currently. He is shooting with Sony's. This was taken with the Sony A9 II with the 85mm 1.4 G Master lens. We found that G Master lens isn't the best lens. It seemed to miss quite often. It was taken at 1/200th of a second at f2.5 ISO 800. From the metadata, it says that a strobe was fired. It does look like flashes went off because you can see in his eyes, it looks like there's some soft boxes or umbrellas. I know that they had some lights put onto the background, which were continuous lights, and it's a portrait, right? Biden has a great smile. He's always had a great smile. It looks pretty good here. Everything looks to be in focus. I mean, they're not going to release a photo that's not in focus. Now, we're only looking at a 7-megapixel version of it. They didn't release the 20-some megapixel version, which is what the A9 II photographs, or what the A9 II captures. Don't know how much time he had to capture this, but I know when he was photographing the cabinet photo, the big photo, he had about 11 minutes to do that. Oh no, he had about 10 minutes on the schedule to do it and took about 11 photos. So I would assume he only had a matter of minutes to do a photo like this. He was shooting wirelessly tethered with the A9 II. When I asked about why wasn't it the A1, my source told me that the A1, they just got it, and he just didn't want to pick it up the first time and try to use it just in case there were any issues with the wireless transmission. This camera he was comfortable with, and that's why they went ahead and used this one for that. But the cabinet photo was done with the A1. So he does have A1s in his arsenal now, and that was that. So from a portrait standpoint, I looked at a lot of the older ones, and I kind of wish that it was a little tighter. I think that it's a little on the loose side, and it does seem, I mean, I like how it's lit because it seems bright, it seems airy, it doesn't seem dark and foreboding. I kind of wish for something more like the Obama photo from his official second portrait, but we'll get into that in a minute because you'll notice that through the progression, this follows a specific theme that a lot of the photos have been done this way throughout the official president's portraits, where you'll see a flag, you'll see a white wall or something similar, and that's about it. I don't know if you have to follow a certain protocol. I would say you could do whatever the hell you want if you're the official White House photographer, but you may not actually have the pull to say, hey, this is what I want to do. I want to get you in your robe on the desk, sitting in there like, yeah, this is my office, but you can't do that. Processing, I think it's a little flat. I'm going to show you some presets later on it, but let's jump to some of the past portraits and let's go to this one. Oh my God, how did that get in there? I took this. Oh boy. Is it perfect? No, but it's also not a presidential portrait, so we'll keep moving. So this was the official Donald Trump portrait. Not too keen on the lighting of it. It just seems that there's not enough light put into the face. You can see that they did it in front of a wall. It's a marble wall. You've got the picture frame on the right. You've got an American flag with the tassel on the left-hand side. He always has a great smile. Just the lighting purposes, it just seems a little underlit. There was something I did want to say about this. This was taken at 2.5, so I'm assuming he's using IAF to hit it. We can't tell when zooming in on the 7-megapixel file whether it hit the nose or hit the eyebrow or didn't. To be honest with you, we could try to pixel peep. It looks sharp as hell to me. I don't think they would put one out that isn't sharp on the eye. And yeah, I mean, at 2.5, you can see that the background isn't as prevalent as it is with Trump's right here, but anyway, that's Trump's official White House portrait, but they put this one out first. And this one was taken with the 1DS Mark III at a time when other cameras were already out that were considered to be better. This we also thought was a TV screen in the background with the White House on it. It's kind of an apprentice style photograph. it's fine, but it just literally underlit. You got like one light popping in right there. It never looked like it was sharp. I am going in 200%, so let's go in 100%. This looks like to be a higher res file that we pulled off the internet here. Wow, it's done at, this was at 2.8, the other one was at 2.5. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. But this is the one I was talking about that I really like. I like this one. We got 1/125th at f7, ISO 200, the 5D Mark III, which was new at the time. We've got the 85 1.2L at 7.1. I mean, this is taken old school style, not wide open. By old school style, I mean 7.1. I kind of like the way that it is. You know that he's in the Oval Office. I love the crossed arms, the smile. He looks relaxed. You've got the curtains he has. You've got the phone, the pens, the Resolute desk, and the flags. I think that this is one really good portrait because the first portrait, which was done with the 5D Mark II at 105 millimeters, f10, I just thought this was, basically like high school portrait type photo. Here, stand here. The ears stand out quite a bit on there. I mean, his ears just stand out quite a bit everywhere. But yeah, I mean, you see what I'm talking about? How you have Biden's picture right here in front of the flags. You've got Trump in front of the flags. You've got Obama in front of the flags. And then when we go down the list, you've got GW in front of the flag with a very, dark background. I believe this was still shot on film. I know that his second administration was shot with digital. Clinton's is just like, hi, I'm Bill Clinton. How you doing? That's right. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. You got Reagan, follows the same model as the first Obama and as the Biden one. You got Carter. Carter follows the same method. This one's pretty cool of Gerald Ford. I like the feel of this one because he's smiling. I mean, I just like the feel of this one. This one feels really good. We go back to Tricky Dick. You got Nixon here. I am not a crook. I've earned everything I've got. You got him. I don't know anything about Lyndon Baines Johnson. Oh yeah, I remember listening to some of those bunghole things that Stern played. Then you go all the way back, and now you've got high school portraits of Eisenhower. You've got Truman, and you've got FDR back here, which more looks like a photo, more looks like a painting, but instead of transparency. I don't have all the presidents here, but those are those old ones. But let me jump back into the Biden one because I want to throw some FroPack 1, 2, and 3 on it. Because color boomify is kind of what I would do. I'd be like, boom, color boomify. I mean, that actually looks pretty darn good in my opinion. Then we've got the black and white. We've got the cookies and cream. Kensington no grain for that black and white. Ooh, Silvertide I think always looks pretty good. That looks good. Let's skip down to some FroPack 3 because not everyone's gonna work, but that's what Fifth Element looks like. You've got Canadian Tuxedo, maybe. Capone pulls out some of the color and gives you that kind of muted look. Then we've got November Rain, which I think is pretty cool on this. November Rain, look at that. That's without it, and that's with November Rain. Oh, and by the way, these are all on JPEGs. And then finally, we got Prestige Worldwide, which is like a catch-all. Now remember, I just said that you can process JPEGs. You can use FroPack 1, 2, and 3 on JPEGs. That means you can put it on your phone and do Lightroom Mobile on your phone and edit all of your photos that you take on your phone with it. So we've created 15 all-new custom Lightroom presets that you can check out right now at FroKnowsPhoto.com/FroPack3. While you're over there, you can play with the sliders to see the befores and the afters. If you decide you like them, you can pick them up because they're on sale, or you can save even more when you get FroPack 1, 2, and 3 as the triple play bundle. Back to the photos. After seeing all of them, this is fine. I kind of wish it was a little tighter, to be honest with you. I think that we don't need, oh, is this cropped as an 8x10? I think it is, but oh, that's not centered, Jared. That's not centered. Let me see if it was an 8x10 or not, how they're doing this. The original. Yeah, I think they're doing it as an 8x10 because that's what they have to deliver. So here's the original. I just feel like I would have come in a little tighter. I don't know that we need the handkerchief in there, right? So but I want the eyes to be up there, which means I got to get rid of the handkerchief down here. And look, I'm not really second guessing, but to me, I think that tighter looks better than looser like that. I just think there's no reason to, it just feels like, why do we have so much space here? It's like we're chopping off the arms here, we're chopping off the arms here. We don't need all of that. I just feel like, there you go. That brings you in closer, and it matches more of Trump's, and it matches more of, well, Biden. It's not Biden, but there's Obama and Bush and Clinton. Obama. Thank you very much. I'm Barack Obama. I'm pleased to be here. Thank you. And then he's like, I wish I was president. If I was president, then this all would be different. I would be, thank you very much. So yeah, what do you guys think of the official portraits? I think once you see the official White House portrait now, I mean, my first thoughts were, I would like it tighter. Why didn't they do it in the Oval Office? It does follow that method that a lot of the prior presidents have done. I probably would have changed it up because I really love that Obama portrait from his second term. I think that's a great official portrait compared to the first one. But what do you guys think? Remember, this is about photography. We're not talking about politics in this one. We're talking about photography. I think it's pretty cool that it's done with a Sony A9 II. I would have liked to have seen it done with an A1, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You know, you can't second guess the official White House photographer. Why? Because he has the job. And you don't know how much time he has to photograph. You know, for example, I had less than 10 seconds to get that portrait of Bernie in a parking lot. I would have lit it a lot different if it was an official portrait, but I had like 10 seconds to get that shot. So you can't really second guess the photographer. Plus, he's all over the place. Basically no life. Running that ship is pretty insane. So I guess this is the video that we make almost every 4 years. And I'll keep doing it, I guess, when we have new official presidential portraits. So thank you guys very much for watching. That's where I'm going to leave it. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.